This ain't my fight, this is our struggle. I'm an independent filmmaker and a documentaire, and I've been documenting about racism in America. Started this in 2006 with Governor O'Malley. I gave the information to Mayor. I gave it to Mayor Pugh yesterday at her program. Right here, mic check, ceasefire. I gave this to Mayor Pugh yesterday, so she can't say that she ain't got it. I'm Shorty. I'm an independent filmmaker. I'm a black Republican. I'm an activist. I'm a lot of things in the community. Alright? I use social media to get the stories out. That's Mayor Pugh, Governor Hogan. It's the good in the hood. You're talking about your ceasefire program. Alright? So yesterday, I gave Mayor Pugh this. It's the Get Shorty program. Never Say Die. That's been since 2006 this program has been in effect. And the program is about mass incarceration in the prison industry. That's what it's basically about. It's about the murder and the death of our kids. Like right there, that's my son. See that? Business development, crime and policing issues, and job development. That's President Obama. He's my Congress. He was my congressman. He was congressman for my district in Zion, Illinois. Block parties, celebrations. These are the people I work for. Like I said, I've been doing this since 2006. I've been documenting everything I've been doing. The people that I work with. This is the Shorty program. Y'all talking about y'all want a program? This is the program I gave. This is the program I gave Mayor Pugh yesterday. And this is the program I gave Governor O'Malley in 2006. It's the Shorty program, self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. You got social, life skills, economic, political, medical, environmental. They got mad about the political. A mock government to mirror their own will enable them to better understand the process. Voter registration, shadowing various government officials from the city, county, state, and federal levels. Alright? Schools, the penal system, healthcare. Put documentary to a test. Teach them organization. And that's all I did. I gave you the Shorty program. Alright? And that ceasefire program, it applies to us. So we look at this case right here. Y'all locked me up December 24th, 2007. Disorderly conduct. Alarm of a bomb threat. I didn't commit a bomb threat. You knowingly lied to the grand jury and presented false evidence in front of the grand jury. I got the material to prove what I was doing. If you get this material, that's videotaped evidence. That's evidence. Hold as evidence in this case shall be returned. Alright, to him. They never returned that property to me. That's the videotape that shows that I did a party on December the 23rd. I drove from Baltimore, Maryland to Chicago. It's a 24-hour videotape about what I did that day. And it shows that I gave Miss Gion, this tape in the video. All you gotta do is get this as evidence. That's Mayor Moxley, City of Waukegan. This is an open letter. Similar to 2006, because I told you I was coming home. It was about the murder of my son, Jarrell. Alright? I am coming home again to film and later rest the promise I made. Alright? Contact Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake, WBAL, ABC2, because y'all got all this information. It's a multi-jurisdictional issue. Ken LaRue destroyed evidence concerning my case. This material is missing, and that's a videotape. That's my intellectual property, and it's covered under the Constitution. Ken LaRue did this, alright? Dakari Turner is in Chicago now. Dakari Turner is reporting in Chicago on Fox 32. Alright, Miguel Gasquez got this. I was making a movie all about Waukegan. No more, no less. This is notarized. It's legal mail. That's acknowledgement in a release from HBO. All right. That's from HBO. And this is from HBO.
You're gonna wrap it up. This is it. That's real Baltimore, and this is it. This is the last one. The reason why I'm here, he came and cooked crab dinner with my mother. This is what we was trying to get the whole point across, everything that she said. It's not about Charles, and I'm gonna keep it 100. It's about what I do is we use these platforms to get our voices heard, to get the word out there. We need to use this to get people like Shorty, to get people like Boom, and get these brothers us do the groundwork to get their voices that make their power more powerful. The more people that's behind the movement, the more power that we are. That's how stronger we get. So at the end of the day, it's not about Charles, it's not about that race, it's about making us stronger as a community. My struggle is for my people.
Like I said, this ain't my fight. This is our struggle. Alright? HBO got this. Like I said, you can't stop what I'm doing. This ain't our fight. This our struggle. And you're going to have to deal with this. I got all my paperwork right here for you. Alright? That's Special Agent Richard McFeely. That's from 2011 when y'all locked me up in 2011. May. Alright? 2011. That's Richard McFeely. That's from the FBI, alright? See that? That's attorney-client privilege at the request of Thomas Saunders. I fired my lawyer because my lawyer wanted me to plead guilty to a crime I didn't commit. Like I told you, the state's attorney works with the public defender to enslave the underclass in Baltimore, Maryland. And the FBI, the Department of Justice, are a part of it. It's part of your mass incarceration scheme. You use your different political offices to reinsure and regurgitate slavery under the 13th Amendment. This ain't my fight, it's our struggle. Then contact State's Attorney Schellenberger and ask him why he filed 9 false felony charges against me in 2008. Alright? Baltimore County Police Department. Alright? Respectfully submitted, Dwayne Sr., Shorty. That's the Chief Justice Roberts. Because like I said, I'm a whistleblower. And I blew the whistle on the courts. I blew the whistle on Judge Boris, Judge Bridges, Judge Holland, Judge Bell, Judge Previs, Judge Hugasian. Man, I named the judges. And I turned it into the Department of Justice and the Chief Judge of the Supreme Court. You got a thing called checks and balances. It's judicial, executive, and legislative branches of the government. And the Department of Justice and the FBI are supposed to keep all that in check. But when you're in cahoots and when you're in collusion, that's where you get this corruption from. You feel me? This ain't my fight. This our struggle. And right here, U.S. codes of felony, all right? Whoever having knowledge of an actual commission of a felony, cognizance by the court of the United States, conceals and does not as soon as possible make known to the same under the title or imprisoned may not be more than 3 years or both. All right. Scott Schellenberger, no. Greg Bernstein, no. Governor Hogan, no. Marilyn Mosby, no. These are officers of the court. And it says it's a felony. You falsely imprisoned me and locked up a whistleblower. I'm a whistleblower in your mass incarceration. I'm a whistleblower in your Department of Corrections. I'm a whistleblower. Just like Rikers Island made a movie, I was making a movie. And that's my producer. Alright? And it was clearly marked. It's a piece of artwork and evidence. You charged me with a terrorist activity in Illinois and in Maryland. You charged me with a terrorist activity in 2 states. Except I kept the records. I got everything. Shift commander. Alright? Prisoner's right advocate. I got from Baltimore County Detention Center. Baltimore County Detention Center. Mr. O'Neill. Alright? 3 copies of legal material. Mr. O'Neill. Alright? Mr. O'Neal. Subject material. Mr. O'Neal. Mr. O'Neal. 5/13/2000. Alright? Corporal Martin. Like I said, I'm a prisoner's right advocate. My advocacy is mass incarceration in the prison industry. That's my thing. So just like this law says, whoever having knowledge of an actual commission of a felony. So we're going to name all the people who had actual knowledge of a felony. That's a subpoena. Baltimore, Christian Schaefer. Like I say, the media been knowing about this. You got actual knowledge of a crime. So like I said, this is Operation Greylord. If I can go to jail for a toilet, y'all can go to jail for false information. Y'all can go to jail for lying to the public. Y'all can go to jail for what y'all did to me. That's Christian Schaefer. That's Richard Sher, because he did the first interview on me when I got here to Baltimore when I was doing the Shorty program. When I opened up my business, Richard Sher has information, and Richard Sher was on that toilet. When I turned that toilet into Towson, it had his information on it. That's Robert Lang from WBAL Radio. Robert Lang from WBAL has tapes, pictures when I was protesting Governor O'Malley and Bob Ehrlich at the ABC at WJZ debate. He got that. I want everything that he has, and I wanted to admit it to court. It's the Baltimore Sun, Chief Editor Timothy Ryan, because the Baltimore Sun been knowing about this too. I gave the Baltimore Sun everything I was doing on a daily basis. The Baltimore Sun knowingly lied to the public in February. They knowingly lied to the public. I'm not a terrorist. I'm a cook. That's the NAACP, Benjamin Jealous. Because y'all sitting here giving him kudos, going to have him run for office. Benjamin Jealous and the NAACP work in cahoots with mass incarceration. That's the bougie blacks to keep the poor blacks locked up. And that's what I came to y'all's event for. I came and showed my face. Benjamin Jealous running for office. Benjamin Jealous got to deal with this. Because like I said, I'm going to put more toilets out. And on the next toilets I put out, I'm going to be putting these subpoenas on these toilets. I'm going to put the subpoena on the toilet and leave it in front of whoever I was subpoenaing. You feel me? Whoever got a subpoena, they're going to get a toilet. Shelton Duez, they sent him out of here. I chased him out of here. When I was shutting down the media, dude, I was shutting people down. He ain't even here no more. Barry Sims is here. Y'all seen the videotape. I asked Barry a lot of questions. Barry ain't gonna answer. But if Barry go in front of a grand jury, Barry gotta answer them questions. Y'all can't use the shielding law. The shielding law ain't applying to this, alright? This was a criminal activity. This was a criminal activity by public officials, public and elected officials, just like Operation Greylord. And Barry Sims, you gotta testify and you gotta produce that material I gave you. All videos, all the conversations we had, alright? Everything. Like I said, Operation Dominoes. That's Michael S. Fuller. He's the one that prosecuted me. And this is from Judge Turnbull. This is the court order from Judge Turnbull telling them to return all my property. I have an attached copy of the postcard we received from Dwayne G. Davis regards to above case. Please return his property. I don't have my property. I'm missing a truck, a computer, 8 years worth of videotapes, 2 jailhouse diaries, a daily diary, and this is court ordered to be returned. Judge Souter got this. Judge Turnbull got this. Scott Schellenberger got this. Chief Johnson got this. And y'all refuse to return my property. That's theft. That's a criminal activity. And that's an order from the court. That's Cabriz. That's the state prosecutor's office. And y'all are protecting Governor O'Malley too. Like I said, Judge Holland, Judge Turnbull, Judge Boris, Judge Bridges, Chief Justice Roberts, President Obama, and the Eric Holder Department of Justice. That's Nathaniel McFadden. And every time that Mr. McFadden sees me, he knows that I'm dead serious about this. Mass incarceration under the 13th Amendment. Y'all been writing the laws. Y'all been producing these laws that getting us, and now you want to do more with the gun laws. No more mass incarceration, no more stop and frisk. Stop the war on drugs. All right, Like I said, I got my paperwork together. It's notarized by the state. I want all the videos, everything given to you, McFadden, since I started this. Y'all was running for office, I was documenting what y'all was doing. McFadden, all of y'all when y'all was running for office during the 2010 elections. Kathleen Pugh, like I said, you were in this too. I sent you a subpoena. Y'all squashed all the subpoenas. Doug Gansler squashed the subpoenas because I'm holding public officials accountable. Legislative Black Caucus. Alright? All material and videos. So make sure you get it to me, Pugh. That's why I treat you the way I treat you. It ain't personal. Strictly business. That's Carl Snowden of the Civil Rights Division. The one that y'all caught in the park with the with the transvestite. Alright? That's Carl Snowden, the one that y'all that's Carl Snowden. I want all letters and videos. I want everything I sent y'all. I sent out over 3,000 videos in 3 years. And I want it all back. Notarized. Alright? Bob Ehrlich, because see, I'm a black Republican and I spent time and money getting you elected. I also campaign for you on your second try around. I'm a black Republican and I want everything that I gave you, because we're going to talk about it. That's Mr. O'Neill, the director of the Department of Corrections in Baltimore County. Like I said, I'm a whistleblower. I want all phone call conversations, all visiting rooms, alright? And all my 200 forms. And I got them all. If you ain't got it, I got it. What you missing? What you missing? I can produce on film. Fox. I can produce on film. Times and dated 2006. Alright? December the 3rd and the 5th and the 6th. This ain't my fight. This our struggle. And our fight is with Baltimore County Detention Center. That's Latrice Taylor. She signed forged checks while I was in jail. She was part of the corruption. She was part of the stealing of my business. All videos. And I sent it to her. I got it to them. And we want this all in public eye. Office of Gillis is a graduate from... Jim Gillis is a graduate from St. Paul's School. He graduated from St. Paul's. He signed my petition. He knows all about this. And I subpoenaed him to produce the documents exposing what I was talking about. He was exposing Scott Shellenberger, but he worked for Scott Shellenberger, so they squashed the subpoena. Like I said, Doug Gansler squashed these subpoenas. That's the controller. Because I asked for an audit. I asked for an audit. Plain and simple. We want to settle everything. We can settle it all in court with a simple audit. Money counts itself. And the money from Falls Road is going to count itself. I'm out $2.6 million. And I want every dime that you owe me. Terrence Dickinson had the information that he showed. He kept it for me while I was locked up. Got him on video. He'll testify for me in my defense. Like I said, I want everything that belongs to me. And this is for Bernard Baer Jr., State Secret Service. Because like I said, I got the Secret Service, was one of my customers at my store. That's the United States Secret Service. Because I was writing the president. And I didn't want nobody to say I was threatening the president. I made sure that everything was up there. Any and all videos. He used to come to my store. That's the Secret Service. Like I said, I've been doing this since President Bush was in office. That's Greg Bernstein. Alright? Because when Greg Bernstein was in office, that's what I did it. Jessamy was in office. Dixon was in office. And what y'all did is you got rid of Jessamy and you got rid of Dixon to put Bernstein and Blake in, because they was going with mass incarceration. They was going with the Democratic Party, what Governor O'Malley wanted them to do. You feel me? So like I said, my paperwork is legit. I stand toe to toe with any of y'all in a courtroom. That's the director of parole and probation. Because like I said, I'm a whistleblower. I was exposed to mass incarceration in the prison industry. The play-to-play politics. I was showing you who was getting paid off of this. Alright? Some of these is duplicates. But that's Eric Holder from the Department of Justice. Eric Holder from the Department of Justice. And I got plenty of Department of Justice tapes. I recorded the phone calls. I recorded the mail. And I got everything I need. Alright? Not just Eric Holder. But we talking about... Man. We talking about the Department of Justice when Bush was in office. Alright? We talking about a long time. That's Dwayne Gerald Davis Jr. That's my son. He was part of this. So I'm going to have him held accountable for it. Him, Deron Battle, Jake Davis, whoever was in my store stealing from me is going to go to jail. Or they can snitch on each other. Whoever snitches first get a free pass. The rest of them got to go to jail. That's Baltimore Commissioner Belfield, because I gave this to Belfield. I turned myself into the department, the Baltimore City Police Department, February the 2nd. I asked for the witness protection program because you had police officers coming to my house putting guns in my head. I want all the evidence. I want the video footage from day out in December when me, Belfield, and Stephanie Rawlins Blake was in front of the war memorial. I want all the footage. I want all the material. Like I said, I keep everything documented. See, the devil is in the detail. And I got the details for the devil. That's Kim Barrar from Graphic Imaging. Graphic Imaging has all my material. They the ones that made the Minority Report. They the ones that kept everything documented. Graphic Imaging. Everything printed, presented. All the things that I be showing y'all, they created these documents for me. That's Judge Boris. Because Judge Boris was the state's attorney back in my case in 1986. He was the state's attorney to prosecute me. Judge Boris stole $15,000 from me while I was in jail. The material, when they went in my house, I had $15,000 from my nonprofit. I had $15,000 from my nonprofit, and Judge Boris, Judge Bridges, Judge Foreman, Judge Rossetti, and Police Chief, they all knew what I was doing. I stopped selling drugs. I turned over a new leaf in life. You can't make me go back to selling drugs. But I can expose the corruption in your courts. I can show you about mass incarceration under the 13th Amendment. I can show you how you use your office and how you benefit from it. We're going to follow the money, man. Judge Boris. I named judges, lawyers, and politicians. And ain't nobody can deny nothing I say. It's all notarized. All right? That's Wendell Sutton. He works for the Office of Minority Affairs for Governor O'Malley. And he got my material. That's Mary Hooks, Business Corporation, Taxes, Historical Courthouse. And me and Miss Hooks been friends for a long time. No taxes was paid. That's identity theft, income tax evasion, income tax fraud. You got to pay them taxes for that business. And the state is covering it up because the state participated in the fraud. The state accepted forged checks while I was in jail. The state accepted forged checks while I was in jail. And no taxes were paid to protect your corruption. Alright, that's Secret Service again. That's Judge Pearson. Because Judge Pearson had this too, alright? Like I said, I had a court date on February the 24th, 2011 about this. It was a civil case for $54 million. It was a civil case for $54 million. Y'all locked me up to keep me from filing a civil case. No more, no less. Like I said, we're going to have a hell of a court date because all these subpoenas is going to be resubmitted again. That's Judge Bell. Alright? Legal material and videos. I sent you the same video exposing mass incarceration in the prison industry under O'Malley's administration. That's Senator Broshini, Judiciary Committee. Broshini got it. Valario got it. Zirkin got it. GOP Carter got it. Man, I went to you, city, county, state, and federal levels. I got all of y'all on these subpoenas. All material. Bernstein again. And that's President Barack Obama, because like I said, I went city, county, state, and federal levels, and Barack Obama was my senator. He was my senator then, my congressman then, and he asked for an investigation. So, I asked for his information. And that's G. Williams, Baltimore City Police Department, Internal Affairs Division. The Internal Affairs Division destroyed evidence. When I got locked up in 2011, they destroyed everything I gave them. I gave them stuff from 2010 to 2012. And that's my case number. Like I said, this ain't my fight, this our struggle. This what being black in Baltimore is really like. Now y'all can do it the easy way or to do it the hard way, but I'm gonna keep putting toilets out, and I'm gonna keep handling my business until I get what belongs to me. I want my standing in my community back. I want my money back. I want my store back. And then we can start all over again. But until I get what belongs to me, I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep that fight alive.